What's up, everybody? Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. We got Connor Rush. What's going on? Comment section. Got Finn Coffin. Yo. All right. You guys are, man, you guys are the two main guys now. All right. Blake Bastani hasn't checked in a while. Gavin Dodge hasn't checked in a while. Ren Marchetti hasn't checked in a while. But again, that's why I will need to force people's hands. All right. Once we start the program and I get a little bit of power, I'm going to have all the coaches basically force the kids in creative ways to watch this show. All right? And why I do that is because we want to create a culture. All right? Culture creating is a very, very hard thing to do, but it starts with a strong foundation, and you guys are that. So keep that up. And in the end, I mean, people will want to be like you because you'll be the best guy on your high school team. You'll make college and things like that. And basically, then they'll just start copying off of you. All right? It's like this ball handling drill. This coach said that you should pound the ball like this, boom. And then he goes, you know why we do that? And I was like, to loosen up the hands. And he goes, I don't know. He goes, we do it because all the best point guards do it. I don't know why they do it, but they do it. So copying off of great people is a quick way to get great yourself. But you know, it's all that people really know. There are very few shepherds in this world, and there's many sheep. All right, so basically the sheep, they consume the products. The sheep, they're the ones that buy from the store. The shepherds are the ones that stock the store. The sheep are the ones that order from Amazon, while the shepherd are the ones that create Amazon. The sheep are the ones in the stands, while the shepherds are the ones on the court playing basketball. So you have to decide which you want to be, but either way, we're going to make this thing work, all right? Anyways, wait, didn't Blake say he would post the Kobe Hall of Fame workout on Tuesday? Yo, man, you got to call him out, dude. John always says Blake doesn't lie. Hey, I think, no, Blake tells the truth after the fact. I think he just has high hopes. He accidentally lies, I suppose you could say. He thinks he can do more than he can do. All right, but call him out on it, and he'll fess up. All right, or he'll come up with the big excuse. Anyways, let's get started. We got the quote of the day. All right, this is the deep quote. All right, it's by Albert Camus. Is that how you say his name? Albert Camus. I forgot how to say his name. Anyways, I took a class on him in college. He's a writer. Writes like super sad but like philosophical books. Anyways, live to the point of tears. He's a philosopher as well, but live to the point of tears. And what he's saying is like basically like if you're like if you're not crying at some point in time, whether happy tears, sad tears, frustrated tears, you're not really living life. All right, live to the point of tears. All right, so use your passion. And to me, what this means, especially for basketball terms, is don't be afraid of taking a chance. Don't be afraid to give your all and end up failing. Don't be afraid to go down that path where you're going to be crying in the championship game because your team came in second place. Because look at all the other teams that didn't make it at all. All right, and they were probably a little afraid of being where you are, yet you finished ahead of them. All right, so and look at all the victors as well. All those people, they were probably just as afraid, but they went through it, right? And they lived to the point of tears. All right, and the tears might come again from frustration, from sadness, from happiness, but the tears might also come from just your all-out effort, and because you can give no more. All right, that's a really cool way to live, and when you live your life like that, and you have like no regrets, you're like the luckiest person on earth, right? Someone talked about how people since the pandemic are reassessing their lives and quitting their jobs and just like overall worried about happiness, right? And they're like, oh my God, what have I been doing? I'm spending all my time for these fake coins, for this fake money, and I don't even love my job. I'm not happy. I'm just trying to like live, and I'm making all this money to have fun, but I never have time to have fun, right? So they're reassessing their lives, and they're like, how about I just like, I don't know, make t-shirts and sell those. I love making t-shirts or whatever, right? And everyone's changing their lives. If you guys can figure that out early, before you have that midlife crisis where you're like, oh my God, I've been ruining my whole life, and you guys are that smart, you guys are as wise as this guy, Albert Camus. Anyways, live to the point of tears. Starting off with the workout. We got our elementary workout, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 run. Again, that workout is You get someone to pass to usually, but you can do it by yourself as well. From one spot on the court, you about 17 feet deep, you got to make 3 in a row. As soon as you make 3 in a row, scoot to the next spot. All right, then make 3 in a row there. Then scoot to the next spot. But if you don't make 3 in a row, like you miss one of the first 3, now you rewind, go back down to 0, and now you got to make 4 in a row. If you don't do that, rewind, got to make 5 in a row. And again, if you make 5 in a row, you move on to the next one where you have to make 3 in a row. But if you don't make the 5 in a row, you go back down to 4. All right? Then you try to make 4 in a row. Then you try to make 3 in a row. Then 2 in a row. Then you got to try to make 1 in a row. And if you miss that one, you sprint. Just like a quick sprint, like a 10-second sprint, something like that. And then you move to the next spot. And your goal is to try to finish all 5 spots on the court: corner, wing, top, wing, corner. And that's how you play the game. All right. If you're going with the partner, you guys can switch off every time that you're out. Possibly you can say if you run, you got to restart from the same spot, but you're going to switch. So you restart afterwards, and you try to see who can win all 5 spots first. You can shoot from the 3 if that's harder for you. Play this game any way that you want, but it's basically a game where every single shot counts as a pressure-filled shot. All right. Countdown game. The countdown game is. Again, between 2 people or more. You can also do 2 groups or more, and you guys are shooting as a group or as an individual to a certain number, but you're going to count down this time. All right, so everyone can start from 3, let's say. We start from different numbers depending on the skill level of the group. All right, and you will go with the first one to finish. So let's say that we started at 3. Everyone would say, on your mark is set, go. Then you would yell 3. Then you would keep shooting until you make it. Then when you finally make it, then you yell 2. Then you make it again, 1. And if you make it before everyone else, then you yell 0. I won. You stop the game. So it's a communication game as well. And then you say, I won. I'm on 4 because you were on 3. Everyone was on 3, trying to count down from that point. But now you move up to 4, and everyone else stays at 3. So you got to make 4 now. They got to make 3 still. And then you play the game again, and you say on your mark is set, go. Now you yell out 4, but everyone else yells out 3. And then you play the game again. You try to get as high as you can, and you can only go up a number whenever you win a game. So in the end, what I like about it is no matter what the skill level of the group is, the worst shooters and the best shooters are now competing against each other. Because maybe now, like Steph Curry, he has to make 20 shots, where you have to make 5. And the pace is about the same since you guys are competing at that level. So it ends up being a fun game after a while because everyone's on their level and everyone can feel like they have a chance to win. And I think that's called equity versus equality. I'm not really sure, but yeah. So let's move on to one-on-one sprint. That's backing up to full court, sprinting in. You got 5 seconds to score from half court. Make sure that you go as fast as you can one way, and then defensively, just make them change direction. Offensively, change direction as quickly as you can. Go at them and score as fast as you can. It's great practice for offense and defense. Diagonal hurdle layups. That's starting from half court, going toward the layup either way, but across the lane, and then you pro hop to the opposite side, and then you twist back. All right, Connor did it yesterday. You forgot to twist back and put both hands up so you could score by hitting the defense. So you go one direction, jump, and then go the opposite direction. Last one is sandbag slides. This is when we lift the balls up like this and like this, all right, with both hands, and they're heavy, and you slide back and forth. Then you go forward and backwards while you do this, and then you repeat that with the very heavy balls or sandbags. And then for successive dribble shots, I did not miss that one. All right, here goes Sophia doing it, and again, it's 5 different moves with the right and left hand, so that's 10 total. Starts off with the one dribble, then she goes with the left hand. We have 2 passes for this one. Then one dribble between the legs. Then opposite way, one dribble between the legs. One dribble between the legs twice. Then the opposite end, one dribble between the legs twice. Look how fast she's going, how low she's going. Then behind the back. So it's one dribble between the legs twice, then behind the back. It's like a game of memory, right? Then one dribble between the legs twice, behind the back twice. And then the last one is the opposite end, one dribble between the legs twice, behind the back twice. And that's 10 shots, and then you can rotate. I said I will try to do it and wasn't able to because my team's practices got changed for the Kobe Hall of Fame workout, but I will still do it. We will see. We'll see. We'll see, Blake Bastani. I have to post videos without music because of time with my homework. Won't be processed. All right. So that was a lot, but that's all the workout that we're up to today. Again, if you're posting it on your page at home, do at least 5 to 10 minutes of those workouts so that you can practice the workouts before we do them the following day. Usually it's like that. For right now, until we start up again, it's going to be you just post it by yourself so you can actually do the workout. So in the end, we want to be doing it twice. All right, twice per week with every single workout. Thank you guys for holding me accountable. All right, Blake. Hey, we're going to see, man. We'll always hold you accountable, dude. All right, moving on. All right, we got homework. Great job again posting the homework for those who posted the homework. All right, I love the poly layups. What we have is the monthly homework though as well. Again, the monthly homework in our book. If you look at the beginning of the page, and you go to July, where it has all this 4th of July stuff on it, right? It has all the clinic tips and things like that. All right, it gives you the homework of the month, which is jump rope. All right, do any type of jump rope drill you'd like for 1, 2, 5, or more minutes, and then attempt to do God's drill for at least 1 additional minute every day. All right. Now, if you have a coach, you can copy this. You can go to our website as well. All the stuff is on there under the curriculum section, under the challenge section, and then go down to the homework part of the page, and then you click on the month, and then it'll give you this printout right here. All right, you can just print it. You can print it out. You can circle that you didn't do it with the X, that you did it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or that you can circle that you did it for more than 5 minutes. And it's every single day for the entire month. We're already on day 2, so if you haven't already printed this out, you're already a day behind. All right, and as a coach, I would expect you guys to turn those in to me if I was coaching your particular team. Every coach will have a different focus, whether they're focusing on challenges, the homework, you guys watching movies, and it'll switch every year so that you kind of have like a full grasp of everything, so that we allow you to do as much as you can on your own. So try to do the monthly homework this month. Good luck with that, and we're moving on. I'm 100% doing the homework for every day now on. All right, man, we'll see. Again, I'm going to force you guys in August, so you're all good for now. All right, the image of the day, Chris Paul finally has a chance to redefine his legacy. All right, think about this. His legacy is everything that he's done in the gamut of his career, right? He wouldn't be at this point, though, if he didn't start defining his legacy when he was like 12 years old, maybe even younger. He went hard. He was so amazing. He's still so amazing. He was so amazing growing up. So that dude was like, and he's not like huge. He's not like cut. He's like a regular looking dude. And he defined his legacy extremely early on. So if you want a legacy like this, you have to start early, or you start never. So sadly, this has to be the choice of a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old. It can't be the choice of a 30-year-old or a 20-year-old or even an 18-year-old. Sadly. So basically, all those stupid kids who are like playing with gum in their hair, they have to put the gum down, put the toys down, and be like, let me come up with this enormous idea that only adults have, and then do it. And those kids are so rare. That's why you guys watching this show every day, you guys are different. All right, and you guys have a chance to become something amazing because, your competition isn't thinking this way, this deeply. But his legacy so far has been he's getting injured in the playoffs. He comes up short. He's never won the whole thing, etc. He gets to redefine all that right now, and I think he's definitely seizing the moment. As a guy who scored 40 points his last game, and it's like one of the only 3 guys to ever do that in a closeout game in the NBA, and one of them's like Michael Jordan. Like, that's amazing what he's done. So really proud of him. So start thinking about your legacy. And as much of a leader as this guy is, we're trying to create that here with Connor. I have to force him still. But every person that comes in around his age, he gets their phone number. All right? And I'm like, Connor, get their phone number. He goes, oh yeah. And he runs and gets their number. But they have to come through him. So Connor should be telling them to show up to practice. He should be holding them accountable like he's holding Blake accountable and things like that. All right? So be a leader. And you guys can do the same thing for your teams as well. All right, you go out there and you make sure that everyone is on the same page, that everyone's doing the things, and that like everyone's working extra. And like you don't have to get mad at them for it, but you can like hold them accountable and like inspire them in ways, right? Like think about how like your teachers, they want you to do homework, right? But if they yell at you, maybe you don't do it. Think about how your parents inspire you. Sometimes they yell at you, sometimes they just ask you, sometimes they're nice, right? Well, think about how you want to be spoken to. Think about what works for you. And then, as you speak to them in that way, see what works for them. Because maybe if you're too nice, that doesn't work for some people. You got to be kind of mean. Or if you're too mean, that doesn't work for other people. So you have to be nicer, right? So figure that out. Whether you have to trick them by being competitive, like figure out each and every single person on your team. And if you put in that kind of effort, you're going to be a winner. They're going to need you, and you made yourself indispensable, just like Chris Paul. All right, anyways, right back after this break, real quick. Reading the comments, Trae Young has to win tomorrow. Duh, he has to win tomorrow. If they don't win, they're out. All right, but I thought it was pretty cool that what's his name did well in the absence of Giannis, the big guy. What's his name? The caveman guy. Oh my God, I forgot his name. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, he wasn't even. It's weird. Like it's like he just remembered how tall he was. Because with the redefinition of the NBA, he starts shooting threes, right? And he was a big man before, like a powerful big guy. But then he learned to shoot a three because he was like, I got to start shooting because everyone's shooting in the league. So he starts shooting and does so well. And this is like the first game where Lopez, sorry about that, has gone back down to the post and he just killed them. And they were surprised. They were like, oh yeah, this guy used to be a big guy. Anyways, so no, not Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis has done really, really well. All right, but yes, Lopez. All right. Anyways, moving on. We got our middle school drills, and it's the back down series, pick and roll rescreen. For back down series, it's backing down like this, and then you have your options of turning and running middle, spinning baseline, fake middle, spin back baseline. It's a whole series of stuff. During practice, I'll show you, or if you guys have any questions, I can show you right now. Pick and roll rescreen. This is if they do a flat show, and you come over the screen. The guy isn't quite forced up upon you. Cross over, go back over the screen, and then there's no one showing on the opposite side. Statue of Liberty, going up with one hand for a layup and finishing like James Worthy. Two ball catch layups, show you that one in a second, and then dowel jumps. That's where we have the sticks, jumping over them, either side, front, or switch. And then peekaboo shots. As you come off the screen, you look over your shoulder. If they're following you, you curl. If they go over the top, you flare. If they hit the screen, you go straight out to the wing. But for two ball catch layups, watch the screen, and it is like this. There we go. So you do the step ups and then shoot. Once you make one, then you go up further. So you start with just two step ups. Then if you make it, you go to 4. If you make it again, you go to 6. And it's the first one to 10 wins. All right. So you can always stay with the easy one until it's your time to win. All right. Anyways, moving on. We got our story of the day. Pay attention to it. What is the story of the day? Oh, I like this one, and I don't know if it's copyright infringement, so really pay attention to this one because I totally stole all the artwork. And it's from an anime, but anyways, you might like it, but just listen to the story of it, though, and we'll talk about it in a second. Anyways, here it goes. Show up as often as you're able so that your teammates know they can depend on at least you. People are more apt to show up to practices and games if they know others will show. So don't sabotage yourself by creating an environment in which that trust is low. Driving to forfeited games is the surest way to discourage parents to quit their efforts. Alright, so driving to forfeited games is the best way for parents to quit their efforts. That's so freaking true. Alright, and again, if you show up to practice, you might have to do it like 20 straight times, maybe 200 straight times. I don't know, and just until like we create like a whole like habit basically. And because there's so many people, if they show up to an empty practice, or just with like 3 people there, they're just not going to come back. And then all of a sudden, you only have 3 people on your team, and it's because, sadly, you only came 5 out of 7 days. And the people that tried to come, they came on the days when you happened to not be there, right? You came 5 out of 7 freaking days. That's 71%, 71.4. And they still feel like they're one day, they're mad about it. And you're like, really? Seriously? I'm here every freaking day almost. And the one day I'm not here, you show up and then you say, no one's here. And then you stop coming, so now we can't play a game? Yes. It's absolutely like that. All right, it sucks. All right, but again, it's the difference between a shepherd and a sheep, right? I mean, the sheep they're not always ready to go, but if the shepherd's not there and the shepherd slacks off for just a second, the sheep leaves, and then all of a sudden like jumps off a freaking cliff and kills himself. All right, and the shepherd's like, dude, man, you be sleeping all the time, sheep. I mean, why can't? I mean, like we're all in this together, right? Like you guys don't want to die. I don't want y'all to die. I want us to prosper, blah, blah, blah. But yet, you don't have to try as hard as I do. And I got to try all the time, and I can't ever miss. That sucks. And that's why that leadership role, the shepherd role, is only tried by so few of people. All right? There's only a few people that want to be bosses in this life. That's why, like boss people. I mean, only a few people want to be, like, famous. Only a few people want to be, like... in charge, like the CEO, like Jeff Bezos. I mean, everyone wants to be that, or like most people want to be that, but when it comes down to it, they won't do the things to be that. So they don't really want to. They want it if they can just snap their fingers. And even then, they would unsnap it, because they would be like, that was a lot harder than I thought. All right. So with that said, show up to practices. All right. And we had a team. This is where the slippery slope of it comes. All right. We had a team, a 3rd grade team, and we were supposed to have a pretty good 3rd grade team. We had all St. Perpetual kids in California, and I think we had about like 10 people on our team, maybe 12. And one Saturday, we were about to play a game, and we drove all the way down to where Stanford is, and we tried to play a game, but only 3 kids showed up. All right, and they were 3 of our best players. Everyone was happy that those 3 guys were playing with us. And after that game, it was like a 45-minute drive. 2 of them quit. The one that didn't quit, he joined some other team as well, so he did both. And then I was like, this can't happen anymore, right? And everyone was like, oh, those guys aren't playing on our team anymore, so then they kind of quit. And I was like, seriously? So what I did was, I was like, okay, you know what? Floodgates are open. I used to only allow 12 people per team, now, or 12 people per grade. Now I'm like, dude, whoever wants to join can join. I'll take the money. And we got 33 people on that 3rd grade team. 33 people. Then for the games, we always had 8, always had 10, until about January. I guess maybe the end of January is like the end of CYO season. At the end of January, all like 25 kids wanted to show up. So I made it like the most that you could show up was 15 to the games, because I was like trying not to make people too mad. So 15 kids would show up, and they're like, we have too many people. And I'm like, I had to do what I had to do. Because let's say that I just didn't add those people, and we kept it at 12. Everyone would have eventually quit, because maybe those first 3 guys quit, but then three more try to come the following week, and then there's no one there for them, so they quit. And then 3 more come, then they quit. All of a sudden, we only have three on our team, and then we don't even get to that level, and then I can't afford the gym time anymore. So now we can't even do those 3 people. So now we have 0. So if you want a team where it's like understood and like everyone understands like the whole process, and it's like a surefire process, then you got to show up, all right, and show up a lot. Anyways, what is this? I hate Robin Lopez. He's scary. He's the caveman guy. Yeah. All right. Trivia time. All right. So trivia time. We got. Let's see where we are. All right. So for trivia time, let's get the trivia page up. We got Connor's in the lead, 1-0-0-0-0, and again, this is if you truly want this stuff. You would have watched the video. All right. One day I will just stop telling you which videos they are. All right, we're only doing this so that we make sure that we know them all, that we're going through them all, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll ask a lot easier questions, but it could be from any video on this page. All right, so I think that would be a pretty crazy one too. Maybe at many days people won't even answer. Maybe it'll end up being like that. But for today, we're talking about Reggie Lewis. And for Reggie Lewis, he joined the Boston Celtics in 1987. Super sad story, right? And it was right after Len Bias had died the year after. All right, and when Len Bias was drafted, he had a cocaine overdose. His first, like the day after he got drafted. Craziness, right? This is the first time ever using drugs ever. It's ridiculous, right? And then a year later, Reggie Lewis joins the team. And then a few years after that, he became like the team captain when Larry Bird was kind of fading out. And he joins all these Hall of Famers on Boston Celtics. He's supposed to take them to the next level. Imagine if they had both these guys. Imagine if they had both those guys, plus all these Hall of Famers. They would have kept being the great Boston Celtics forever. And then, maybe that wouldn't have led to the Michael Jordan era either. Michael Jordan could have been wiped out. Think about that. He couldn't have beat 5 Hall of Famers. Right? So, like, this whole thing changed the entire landscape of the NBA. It also got everyone to check their hearts and stuff like that because he died of heart malfunction, basically, where now we detect it. And guys like, what's his name? Shaquille O'Neal's son, Sharif. Now he gets to get detected early before he dies. So, it's a great thing. Anyways, the question is this. All right, you can answer. Good luck with it. You got about 3 minutes to the end of the show. All right, this is a very hard question, but during his rookie year, Reggie Lewis was not amazing right away. How many points per game did Reggie Lewis average his rookie year? You can Google it, look it up. First person to answer is the winner. So check that out. How many points a game did Reggie Lewis average his rookie year? And I need down to the decimal, down to the 10th place. All right, let me know. And then I'll keep this up for a second because I got some movies to talk about. The movie for today is Hoosiers. All right, that's the answer. Who answered it first? I got Connor Rush answering it first. Wow, that was fast. And he has 2 points. You can see the screen who answered it first. First on my screen. Nah, we go by the screen on TV, homie. Anyways, next up, we got our movie. Good job. 4.4. Blake Bastani. So, yep, good job with that. That's my screen right there. The movie Hoosiers, though, is very, very famous movie. It's like every old dude's like favorite movie where they're like, you gotta watch Hoosiers. It's pretty old school. It's a good movie. This guy was a drunk. The team super fundamental like. It's an inspirational movie. It's good, but it's kind of old. But I think you guys could get like the gist of it, and it should inspire you as well. All right. Again, it's a legendary movie. You got to watch it at some point so that you at least get it. And as you'll notice that a lot of modern day movies copy off this movie. That's what old movies get the credit for because they're so great. Everyone tries to copy off them. So anyway, before this trailer shows you way too much of the movie, all right, I'll just show you guys this. And this movie is the second grade movie of the day. So if you're a second grader, or if you just feel like watching this movie, then you do this. What kind of basketball shoes are those? Hey, they were playing in freaking penny loafers back in the day, man. They had to do what they had to do. All right, you guys are all stuck up with your newfangled basketball shoes. Anyways, you guys, hey, we have open gym tonight. All right. Open gym tonight. Connor, you're invited. Anyone else wants to come is invited as well. Bring your friends. Who cares, man? You'll be playing with me and some other adults. So bring your A game. Try not to get hurt. And in your games tomorrow, try not to get hurt. Because I need you to film some movie, okay? We're going to do that in about 9 days or 8 days, whatever it is, on that Sunday. 9 days. All right? I'm going to get a team. We're going to film it. And don't get hurt before then, okay, guys? Anyways, have a nice day and have a nice weekend. It's the 4th of July. We do have workouts Sunday morning and Sunday evening. If you sign up, I'll be there. I don't really think about holidays too much. Yeah, it is what it is. So that's about it. I miss Open Gym so much. Anyways, I'll see you tonight if you show up. And don't forget the quote of the day is live to the point of tears. But, I mean, don't be a crybaby about it. All right, you guys. Anyway, great job. Keep up with the homework. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
And now you've got yourself something funky.